It's so cold outside. What time is it anyway? 8:17. Right about the time for cold night air, really. The only man's not coming back, is he? So what do we do? It was so dark we couldn't even see the road, and climbing all the way down would require far more than a hike we were prepared for. You could use the road. Like, it's gonna suck, but you could still use the road. Okay, just if they stay on the road, they should be fine. So we're gonna start walking. Do you think we could make it back on foot? I mean, we were in the truck for a long time on the drive up here. That's true, but it's not like we can just stand around forever. Gee, I guess you're right. Okay, I feel bad for leaving the old man behind, but let's just write him a note and start heading back. Sure, I have my notebook with me. I'll thank him for letting him know we went on ahead. I wonder... you know what? I just had a thought. I wonder if this is the forest that you see outside of the school. And we're just gonna start looping back to, like, the car. Because, like, we're back where Heavenly Host Elementary is. God, that would suck. Okay, if you put it under his windshield wiper, he'll probably see it when he comes back. And so we began a long walk back down the mountainside, quickly losing sight of the truck among the dense foliage. There were no streetlights, so our visibility was pretty much non-existent. It was extremely treacherous. If we weren't careful, we could have easily found ourselves stepping off the road in a section with no guardrails and slide down the mountainside. It didn't help that the road itself kept winding back and forth, causing us to lose all sense of direction and wonder if we were going in circles. Class rep, you okay? Oh, God. Yeah, this really won't be an easy walk, will it? No, it won't. What do you want to do? Should we go back? To the truck, you mean? We've already been walking for a half hour. What if we go back and he's not even there anymore? That's true. I guess our best bet really is to just persevere, huh? Okay. Hey, look, it's another car. I can see its lights. Wow, so someone else came up on the way here, too. Lucky for us, I hope they were willing to give us a ride. Let's go check it out. It's the same fucking car, isn't it? No, it can't be. Isn't this the old man's truck? How is that possible? It's just one road. You were heading downhill the whole time. But that's the note I left. This really is his truck. God, what's going on? We are at Heavenly Host, aren't we? I just... never ends. I felt like we'd been tricked by a fox spirit or something. And I was fairly confident there weren't any forks of the road at all the entire time we were walking, so I honestly couldn't explain what happened. It somehow gotten even darker, and the faint sounds of bugs zipping around us was giving the whole countryside a general feel of eerie malice. I would just... What else can you do? Because the only thing we could do is go back to the barn, and that's not really going to help us much. Let's just try walking down again. You want to go down that road again? I'm sure we just made a wrong turn somewhere. We're going to go back and forth so much, it's easy to see how we could have gotten turned around. We just have to pay closer attention this time, and make sure we don't take any side roads by mistake. Okay. And so, once again, we left the safety of the truck and began another steady descent down the mountain. It felt like we had been walking for about an hour now. I wonder how long we'd actually spend up here in the mountains. I could have checked the time, of course, but I was afraid to. We didn't speak at all, but the sound of the class rep's strained breathing gave me comfort. Just knowing she was here made me feel a lot more at ease. Nakashima, are you okay? She looked at me with a concerned expression on her face and broke an uncomfortable silence of the lonely, dark walkway with her question. Yeah, thanks. After the day, though, I don't think I'm going to want to go for a walk again for a good long while. Fingers crossed we're almost there. Yeah. I could swear she just pulled back her right hand. Was she worried about me? Was she going to suggest we hold hands or something? Feels like we've been walking about as long as we did before, huh? I swear, if we see that truck again... Come on, don't even joke about that. You're gonna freak me out. God fucking damn it. No. How is this even possible? I feel like I'm going crazy. There's something not right about this mountain. My cell phone's showing out of area. We can't even call for help. Where did the old man get off to anyway? How can he still not be back? And he just left the engine running. The only sound neither of us could hear in this dense dark forest was that of the truck's engines idling away. So what do we do? At this rate, we'll never get home. I guess our only choice is... Nakashimi, what do you think about returning to the barn? I mean, it's got light at least. Why the barn? Well, if we can't get back down the mountain tonight, we should at least take shelter and rest until morning, don't you think? It just seems safer than staying here. So we're going to spend the night. I shuddered at the thought of spending the whole night in this cold, dark mountain. But she was right. We really didn't have much of a choice. I agree with her that this was the only real course of action that made sense, but... safer than staying here? Yeah, I just had a bad feeling from this road. Or from the whole mountain, really. It's like there's some kind of presence. And our best bet for dealing with it is to go someplace well lit and get out of the elements. You feel a presence? Is it something we should be afraid of? I don't know. I'm not even sure if it's a person or something else. And if it could be one presence or many. And it could be one presence or many. All I can really say is that we're being watched. Dun dun dun. Okay, then let's hurry up and get back to that barn. Just taking a turn for the worst. Sip of tea. Finding ourselves left with no other choice, we pulled the road behind us and began walking up the dirt path leading back to Shinazaki's family barn. However, oh no. Oh my god, was the barn this far from the road before? This is weird. It's really weird. It's like the road leading to it just up and vanished. Does this mean we're... Wait, don't wander off. Sorry, come on, let's try retracing our steps. We'll just turn around and go back the way we came. Sounds good to me. This is not... We are going the right way, aren't we? Shouldn't we be seeing the road soon? Where are we? Oh god, no. We're lost. Lost in the middle of the damned forest. What? Yes, we were definitely lost. There was literally nothing but carnivorous trees, as far as the eye could see, in every direction. Dark, looming trees. Their tall, thin forms were casting with shadows all on the mountainside, obscuring our vision of anything at all outside the immediate surroundings. Do you have a compass on your phone? Yeah, but it won't work. It uses GPS. Oh, does it? Why can't this stupid thing get any location data? God, what good is it if it craps out on me when I need it the most? Land of living? Did you just hear a voice? No, did you? I couldn't make out what it was saying, but yeah, that sounded like a person. Maybe it's just the trees. It's just the wind through the trees, though. Oh boy. At any rate, we need to find our way off this mountain. Do you have any ideas? I mean, we shouldn't wander aimlessly. That's true. If you got lost in the mountains, They say you should never head towards low ground. I didn't know that. The best course of action is probably just to stay in place and wait for daybreak, but it's cold and we have no tents. Maybe if we huddle together? That's fine, but I'm good at walking at least a little longer, so how about we keep at it for a bit? If we get near enough to the road, we might see a truck. Okay. I swear we've walked right by those trees already. But there's no way we could have been walking in circles, is there? Oh boy. Everything looked the same up to here. No matter where we went, we both began to wonder if we were making any progress at all. What is it? Over there, I heard something. Where? Where was it? Oh, God. God, what next? What was that? Game. What is happening? We kept clinging to the faint hope that we might soon emerge from these endless woods, but all that got us was a good 2 hours worth of slogging. The Reptile was killing our legs and our stamina had been worn down to the bone. I can't move anymore. The class rep plopped herself down into a bed of dry leaves on the ground, and just as she did... Oh, class rep, look! Look! Huh? Beyond the silhouette of the many... conifers? I don't know. At the edge of her vision, a faint light could be seen. We're saved! Thank you, Nakashima. Thank you for noticing that. No problem, let's go. We were both dead tired, our legs hurt like hell. We forgot all of that at the sight of a possible salvation and took off running. As it happens, the barn we'd been looking for at the time was the source of the light. Those naked light bulbs shone like beacons in the night sky. Thank God! Oh, it's the barn! That was going to be the old man's truck. Yeah, me too. This is even better. The barn is what we were looking for after all. But I don't remember leaving the lights on when we left, do you? We should have shut them off, yeah. But it's certainly possible we didn't. Well, if we're the ones who left them on, we just saved our own asses. So I guess I should thank goodness for small favors. All we had to do was push through some undergrowth as tall as we were, and then we'd be there. Seems we somehow circled around to the back of the lot. We made it. Let's go inside, shall we? Sure. Man, just having those lights on makes a difference in the world, doesn't it? My phone's clock was showing, oh my god, just past 10:40. I started thinking about home and how much my mom must be worrying about me. Feeling a bit saddened, I hesitated at the barn door, when all of a sudden... The class rep let out a nearly voiceless cry of absolute shock. She was staring into the darkness just past the building and shuddered in terror. What's wrong? Nakashima, look. Right next to the barn. Huh? But I saw there was something that couldn't be. Something far beyond my imagination and comprehension alike. Is it the house? Is it the... That's... What? How can that... It's a ghost house! There, where the Shinozaki estate once stood, in what was nothing more than an abandoned lot only a few hours earlier. An old, humble residence now rose above us. It seemed almost to be floating in the air, but was very clearly at an actual corporal building. The two of us stood there staring at it for several minutes, completely dumbfounded. Why? It wasn't there this evening, was it? It wasn't. It definitely wasn't, but... So why is it there now? It's a ghost house! How should I know? I had goosebumps all over my body, and a cold sweat had begun tracing lines down my back. Is it just me, or is it glowing? What are we even looking at? Aside from its most ethereal qualities, it was just an old beat-up 2-story farmhouse, but sure enough, it had the nameplate of the door that read Shinozaki. This was without a doubt the house where Yoshi and Sachiko Shinozaki lived. Oh, she's not doing so well. Oh god, you're hyperventilating. Are you alright? The class rep raised a hand to stop me from interventing. I'm okay, but thank you. I just had to keep my mouth closed, and it'll pass. Hey, Nakashima, I think now's our chance. What? We came here to learn the secrets of Shinozaki Estate, and, well, here we are. It's inviting us in. It's daring us to look around. You mean, go in there. I know, it's really scary, but we can't turn back now. Gazing at the imposing structure, she took a deep breath. Then after collecting herself, she walked right up to the front door and tried sliding it open. I gave no resistance at all. Let's go. Wait! Well, so much for waiting. No good. The Phantom Estate house had no power, it seemed. The barn still had working lights, but not the main house? It's a ghost house! It's not going to have lights, are you kidding me? Fortunately, there was a flashlight on a nearby table. The class rep picked it up and switched it on, illuminating the wall across from the entrance. Not that there was not much to see. The entranceway itself was extremely small, breaking off the solid wooden door was just a few steps in. A quick pan to left then revealed a steep hardwood staircase leading up, and that was pretty much the entire room. Be careful, the energy in here is strong. She'd gone completely pale. I could tell just by looking at her that she'd sensed something. Her eyes shone a mixture of terror and determination. It's much darker than Heavenly Host. That's not good. The energy in this house is jet black. Really? Don't let your guard down. Not for 1 second. Thinking back, our first steps into the house were basically the start of it all. It was at the point that we had left the world of the ordinary far behind. Simply being able to see these walls, these floors, these ceilings with our naked eye directly defied the laws of nature. The house itself was a ghost! It's a ghost house! Oh god, I love it. Literally anything could happen here. I knew that, and was doing everything I could to brace myself for the trials ahead, but the fear was still there, and the shaking wouldn't stop. I don't really know how to explain it, but there's something like a literal wave of emotional turmoil cutting right through the air in here. It's pretty deeply ingrained, too. I wonder what happened before this place was torn down. Someone died? The house died. It's a good... I'm gonna stop, sorry. Oh, joy. The glass is thoroughly clouded over, making it impossible to see outside. In addition, the window has no handles or grips of any kind, suggesting that it was never meant to be open. Hello? It's an old picture frame, but the glass is broken and there's no picture inside. Spoilers then. Ah! The shoe shelf is full of dead rats, and each one of them, without exception, has had its stomach dug out. Maybe they ate each other. Hopefully they ate each other. This mirror frightens me. I'd rather not look into it at all if I can help it. Why not? Well, a mirror is an object that people can peer into, and over time their thoughts and feelings can burn themselves into the glass. It's very common. Now that you mention it, I guess mirrors do kind of make me feel like I'm being watched, even though I know it's just me in there. It wasn't me, Nakashima, I saw just now. It looked like Sachiko in Shinohara? What? Maybe it was just my imagination. Okay, up or down, let's go up. The staircase is very plain, the stairs themselves are exceptionally steep. They're also quite old and seem to have absorbed a good deal of moisture, so it'd be best to take care when climbing them. What's the door say? The door isn't locked, nor is it sealed shut like in the school, but it's still open. There seems to be something heavy blocking it from the other side. Is it a body? Oh my god! These stairs shouldn't feel safe. Yeah! Ow. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. The floorboards are really rotting through, though. So be careful. Best to hang onto the wall for leverage if you can. As you go. Either way. It's so weird. This house that shouldn't even exist, but we can touch everything. We can pick it all up. It's all real. I seem to recall reading about cases before where the house itself is basically just a spiritual echo, but this seems totally different. The particular bedroom looks like it's been converted to a study. Since that a place concerning the family, but whose study was it? What had happened to the father? That's a question. The bookshelf is full of old books that have been thoroughly wrecked with age. Each one of them is yellowed, musty, and falling apart. It's framed in an old mirror that's long since been busted out. Where the looking glass once stood, there's now a creepy drawing of an old woman. It's just roughly sketched, but it's absolutely realistic, as if it just could just up and jump out of the frame at any moment. That's not good to read. That's not good to read. Hello, chair. One of its right legs is bent beyond repair, and there's a thick layer of dust pile on top of it. No one's been sitting here for a long, long time. The desk is piled high with dust, but the items situated on it are neat and tidy. Whoever used it was very organized. Eh? Right in the middle of the desk sits a lone key, completely covered in dried blood. Take it? Sure. Acquire key to Yoshi's room. Wait. Do you hear something? Oh no. It sounded like footsteps echoing through the wooden frame of the house. Specifically, like someone with leather shoes walking around on the first floor. The class rep and I looked at one another and shuddered. After a moment, the footsteps then began loudly stomping up the stairs. It's coming towards us. We have to hide. We scrambled against the wall of the room, leaving the door ever so slightly ajar so we could survey the staircase. There really is something in here with us. Something walking around the halls. God, I can't take this anymore. Why did we agree to do this? The constant, unrelenting pressure of this search was beginning to take its toll on me. The class rep, sensing my agitation, took my hand in hers. Keep it together, Nakashima. Stay strong. Remember, Heavenly Host, if we let these holes to form in our hearts, we'll just fall prey to the darkening. You're right. Thank you. Oh, we're done? Well, it was worth a shot. That was funny. That was funny. Wait, is this just the book? Yeah, I don't care. I've already looked at that. Okay. Door is locked. But it looks like the key from the air room fits. There are photos of Sachiko all over the room. Virtually everywhere there was space for them. Her mother clearly held her very dear. Oops. There's a tiny kimono in the box, sized for a young girl. The style looks similar to the ones worn in the Shichigoshan festival, which would make this Sachiko's for sure. I probably just butchered that. I'm terribly sorry. So what's this now? It appeared to be an embedded wall safe with a circular padlock and a panel of buttons comprised of digits 0 through 9. Let me see. This looks almost like some kind of vault, doesn't it? We tried pressing the buttons at random in hopes of opening the lock by pure chance, but that didn't do a thing. Following the spin clockwise indicator etched into the steel safe, we tried spinning the lock itself as well, but with no luck with that either. In fact, as soon as the lock made one full rotation, all the buttons we pressed suddenly popped back out. So we do have the combination lock safe surrounded by photos of Sachiko from when she was still alive. If Yoshi is the one who set the combination, it's probably safe to assume it has something to do with Sachiko. You know, you're absolutely right. It must be something really simple. Whoever used the safe would have chosen something they wouldn't forget after all. The question is, what would that something be? Birthday! We tried a handful of different combinations based on homonyms, rhymings, and the like. But every time we just spin the lock, hear the metallic clunk, and watch the numbers reset on us. Sachiko, come on, think. We made it back from Heavenly Host Elementary alive, so there must be some tidbit of knowledge we can use. What have we actually learned about Sachiko, though? Number-wise, all I can come up with was an approximate height, and that didn't work. What about the kimono? That was from Sachiko's festival, from Shino's festival, for children of ages 7, 5, and 3. Age 5 is just for boys, if I recall correctly, and Sachiko was a lot older than 3 in the photos. So how about Sachiko's age 7 all by itself? It's a long shot, but I got it? What? Wow, nice job, Nakashima. The area of the wall around the safe opened like a secret door, with the combination lock holding in place and serving as a doorknob. Beyond the tiny door, a door so small that we had to crawl to fit through, was a long staircase stretched down to a hidden underground room? Oh boy, spiderwebs and the dust in here is really thick. Why do I feel like I skipped like a whole bunch of things? I probably should have not done this quite yet. Hey, come on, I want to see too. Is this some kind of storehouse, maybe? I tried to get a better look at what we were crawling into, but the stairs went so far down that even with the flashlight, it was just too dark. So this is a hidden passageway that shouldn't exist inside a building that shouldn't exist. I think the danger level has reached its peak here. It feels like we're standing on the very edge to some realm that's not even part of this world. The class rep looked me right in the eye. I was scared, but I knew exactly what she was going to say. She didn't need to speak a single word. Even if all that awaited us down here was an unimaginable, horrific end, we were standing at the source of the answers we were so desperately sought. We were poised to uncover the truth behind the curse of Sachiko Shinozaki. This was the gate to a new world. If we turned back, we would regret it for the rest of our lives. Don't we already know why there's a curse? Like, we're fully aware, right? So the two of us just looked one another in the eyes and nodded. We were ready to descend this staircase into whatever abyss lurked below. I don't think even Naho made it this far, so be careful, Nakashima. Stay alert and focused down there, no matter what happens. Who is prepared to die? I am. Not really. She began descending the stairs ahead of me, but stopped and looked back after only a few steps to issue me this one last warning. I nodded again. It's the same footsteps. There really is something else in here with us, wandering around. It sounds like it's on the second floor. They're extremely close. It sounds as if they were poised just outside the door to Yoshi's room, just a few feet away. Nakashima, down the staircase, hurry. Okay. Yep, okay. So the two of us fled to the secret door and down the stairs. No more hesitation. The wooden steps creaked and groaned beneath us, even more than the ones from the main stairwell. It felt like they might fall apart at any moment. We took one step at a time, swallowing our fear and just pushing outwards until eventually, finally, we arrived at a small, damp, musty room underground. Are you alright? There's a lot of junk on the ground here, so be careful where you walk. Okay. There was no light down here with us whatsoever, save for the class rep's shaky flashlight beam, and all that beam revealed is a mess of books and clutter. With a twist of the wrist and some it's then shone upon the light containing a chaotic mess of books, loose-leaf notes, documents, and assorted beakers and flasks. It looked like some mad scientist had done research and conducted all manners of untold experiments down here. What's that? It looks like someone's family tree. The class rep shut over the desk further in. Her interest piqued by a glimpse of a large document spread out on its surface. I followed her lead. Ah, you need a light too, don't you? Sorry, there's a desk over there with saw blades and other sharp tools on it, so it's kind of dangerous. Stay where you are. Genealogy chart. Gifted line? It really is a family tree, but what does it mean by gifted? Shinozaki. Mifune? Shimamura. Mida. Nyago. I recognize some of these names. That's right. It's not necessary to lie. There were many individuals born in the closing days of the Meyer? Is that actually Meyer? Oh god. Who appeared to possess remarkable powers. These people achieved fame for their thoughtography abilities and psychic talents prior to the so-called just clairvoyance controversy. Mifune and Nagayo were particularly noteworthy figures at the time, and whether their abilities were real or not is beside the point. What matters is that even after the scientific community disregarded such abilities, the truly gifted continued exploring them anyway, often in secret. So if they're the gifted line, does that mean Yoshi and Sachiko were descendants from those famous clairvoyants? It sure seemed that way, and from the looks of it, the Shinozaki line was never blessed with male heirs either. It's a maternal house that passed its blood and family name down from mother to daughter, generations after generations through adopted son-in-laws. I was certain if I traced the family tree far enough, I'd find the names Yoshi and Sachiko. Oh, there they were. And just like everyone before her, Yoshi had married a man who had been adopted into the family in order to keep the Shinozaki name. Looks like the root of the tree is just a person's name, Sira. And Yoshi's mother's name is Raki? She was the eldest daughter in her family and had no brothers. So that makes Yoshi a thoroughbred, a direct, unfiltered descendant of Sira. I guess it stands to reason then that she'd have so much power and influence as a spirit. The rapping is getting pretty loud in here. All these adopted fathers who continued the family line died suddenly after their children were born, it seems, without even one single explanation. I guess I know what happened to their dad. He just died. It's like the family line had a mind of its own and went to great lengths to eliminate the blood of other lines once it served its purpose. These are men who were willing to give up their own birthrights and take another's name for the sake of love. It must have been hard on the Shinozaki women. Daddy's not breathing. No, darling, no. I suppose this was a fate that just couldn't be averted. Such a strong spiritual influence. Excuse me. Kani Shinozaki. Oroto Ayato. That's my grandmother, my grandfather, and my dad. I remember hearing my grandfather was adopted into my grandmother's family and passed away shortly after my dad was born. The head of the family had 3 daughters, and Grandma Kani is descendant from the youngest. I thought it was creepy not just having the same last name, but to think my family is actually from the same lineage as Yoshi and Sachiko. Am I gifted then? What does that even mean? Hey, did you find something? It's pitch black and really creepy just standing here, you know. Yeah, sorry about that. I'll be right there. In fact, fire hazard now. How about I lend you one of my candles?